Alright guys, so I'm going to start off the reading with the Astral Alignment deck. Alright, goes over all zodiac signs, houses, moon transits. It goes over everything pretty much. Alright, so let's just see what comes out. Alright, I'll do a 9-card spread and I'll look at the overall of the reading with the bottom of the deck. The moon is currently in Leo, which is Aquarius, your 7th house. Has to do with partnerships, marriages, legal contracts. All right. Let's just see what comes out here. So interesting. Bottom of the deck is the energy of Leo. It says courageous, regal, and loyal. All right. So again, this is pertaining to your 7th house of partnerships, marriage, and contracts. Okay. What came out for me here was the earth element. All right. We have the earth sign that came out right after, which is the energy of Taurus, which rules the 2nd house. Specifically for Aquarius, Taurus is our 4th house. All right. The waxing crescent moon came out, which speaks of the energy of being focused. All right. Bringing any concepts into actualization and strategizing. All right. Aquarius's energy came out with innovative, rational, and humanitarian. We have Pluto that came out that speaks of transformation, regeneration, and rebirth. All right. The planetary ruler of Aquarius as well came out in the same row. That speaks of revolution, invention, and eccentricity. And then we had the moon card come out that speaks of your emotions, your instincts, your subconscious. The super moon, which is the energy of the moon, but it's at its hyper awareness. And then the energy of the ascendant, which is the 1st house technically. All right, that speaks of the appearance, the first expression, and the mask that you wear out to the world. All right, with Leo being at the bottom of the deck, being the 7th house, which is the house of the descendant for Aquarius. There's a sense of self being here and a sense of relationships as well. All right. The first row is giving me the earth element of Taurus, right? In the 2nd house at this time, we have both planets, Neptune and the planet of Saturn, both in retrograde in the 2nd house, which is Taurus's house, right? It speaks of the energy having to do with like finances, your resources, your possessions, your self-value. All right. Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is the planet of love, right? It speaks of like luxury and things like that. What I'm getting here is there's a bigger focus, all right, with the waxing crescent moon coming out. Something that you find that brings groundedness to you, all right? I can show you what the cards look like. The earth element and Taurus, both speaking of the energy of grounded. Okay. Whatever this energy is asking you to be in, okay, a more focused manner when it comes to these practical things, okay? With Saturn being there, Saturn in Pisces is the energy of like discipline when it comes to your value, right? Whatever it is that you value. And with Neptune being there, Neptune being the planetary ruler of Pisces, all right, which sits in our 2nd house, is asking us to value spirituality, pretty much is what it is. All right, so with the 2nd row coming out with Aquarius, Pluto, and Uranus, the planetary ruler of Aquarius is Uranus. Uranus right now sits in Taurus, all right, which is again our fourth house, the house of home, the house of your origins, the house of your roots, all right, your inner feelings, how you feel protective over your family dynamic, things like that, all right. With Pluto being in Capricorn and retrograde as well right now, that energy is sitting in your 12th house, which is touching base with the energy of Pisces. All right, so there's a spiritual transformation that's happening here, all right, before Pluto heads into Aquarius. And that for me is going to bring much change, and that's what Uranus is all about. It's about, you know, it just, Uranus rules like time and the energy of change, right? Revolutionary change. Uranus isn't a planet that transits quickly throughout the zodiac. It takes years and years in order to you know, go through every zodiac sign, and as well as Pluto, right? So Pluto coming into Aquarius is going to be a huge transformation when it comes to the house of self, right, which falls into the third row here. What I feel planet Pluto in Capricorn is doing right now is helping us tune into the energy of spirituality, right? Transforming us to be able to tune into the energy of our subconscious, all right? And we just experienced a full moon, a full super blue moon in Pisces back on August 30th or the 31st, all right? So there was definitely some sort of, you know, hyper awareness when it came to the energy of the second house, which, you know, our Pisces placement sits, all right? This definitely could have affected, you know, the energy of what we value again, all right? And what it is that we're being prepared for is tuning into the energy of self, right? First impressions, how you perceive yourself to others out in the world, okay? With Leo being on the bottom of the deck, all right, we just experienced Venus in retrograde as well. It just went direct. I believe it was on September 3rd. What that did for us was help us review the relationships that we were in, the partnerships that we were in, helped us review the energy of the contracts that we were, you know, looking to get into. And this could be pertaining to, again, the energy of home. It could be pertaining to the energy of a contract that you have, you know, with the divine consciousness. This is kind of what I'm getting with the universe, right? The energy of your spirituality and your belief system. Again, this is preparing us to turn into somebody completely different. When Pluto hits Aquarius, all right, it's going to be very, very important because there's going to be so much energy of transformation, right? A rebirth of the old you into the new you. This is like you entering the world a brand new person. All right, so that's kind of what I got from the astrology cards here. I'm just going to place these to the side. I do have my energy deck here, and I have my psychic tarot deck. I've been doing pre-readings, and a lot of the energy of the chakras have come out, specifically highlighting the energies of the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. All right, so let's see what comes out. Pre-shuffled these already, so I'm just going to kind of give it another little shuffle when I'll pull. With Venus, you know, being retrograde in Leo, again, it was, you know, giving us a chance to review our relationships, all right? So if you're not in the right relationship, you know, the North Node is in Aries and the South Node is in Libra. So this has to do with the 7th house. 7th house is ruled by Libra, all right? It has to do with, you know, your relationships, the love, the harmony, all right? Just kind of giving me, you know, for you to really be able to tune into those energies and what's really making you happy, all right, overall with yourself and the relationships around you, not just with family, right? This could be platonic relationships, partnerships at work, could be anything. All right, so let's see what we get here. All right, so we have Journey with the number 2. All right, when I see the Journey card come out, this is about you making some sort of change. This is calling for movement, for you to relocate, for you to travel. All right, this could definitely be you starting a new journey, right? Down at the bottom of the deck is the World card here. The World card is the element of fixed energy, all right? So the World card embodies all elements. It embodies the element of earth and water, of air and fire, all right? But it's a successful ending for you to start a new beginning, all right? So with the World card, it's just giving me like the world of the internet, right? Expansion, all right? The growth. Aquarius, you're very innovative, you're very eccentric, you're very unique in your own way, all right? And what I feel that the North Node is Aries, the North Node in Aries is asking us to do is to be, you know, courageous and go towards something in which you're able to create and make, you know, a business for yourself possibly, all right? So this is something new. Down at the bottom of the deck again, the 5th chakra there with Archangel Gabriel. For us Aquarians, the 5th chakra is giving me the energy of the throat chakra, right? So it's something that you're supposed to speak your truth about. Aries energy sits in our 3rd house, which is the house of communication, all right? It goes over, you know, the elements of, I want to say, if you have relationship problems, say with siblings, with cousins, with neighbors in your local community, all right? This is about you speaking some sort of truth about transportation, right? Schools. All of this is embodied all in the 3rd house, which is ruled by Aries, all right, for you Aquarius. It's not ruled by Aries. It sits in the 3rd house, which is the ruler of Gemini. Gemini is about communication, is what I mean. But yeah, I feel that this is your journey, right? You're supposed to expose something, all right, and expand through the energy of finishing out one cycle, starting something new, and really embodying the energy of needing to communicate through your throat chakra. All right. Let's see here. So the South Node speaks of past karmas, right? It speaks of, you know, finishing out something that, how do you say it? It's just probably looked at as a transformation too, right? Dealing with things in the past that you may have had to repeat a cycle with, all right? Here we have Angel of Balance, all right? So I'm actually going to read that one card out. Down at the bottom of the deck, anxiety. Yeah, you could have been experiencing much anxiety, right? Because of all of the changes that you've been having. You could have been experiencing difficulties again within your relationships. This could be the relationships at home with Uranus being here that sits in the 4th house right now, all right? And Taurus. And we have both of those energies that came out. You could be experiencing, you know, the energy of your subconscious, right? Being like all up in your head, really dealing deep within your emotions, all right? Wanting to start something creative, being inspired by something, tuning into really like your dreams and things like that, with Pluto being in Capricorn in the 12th house, all right? It's Pisces energy. Pisces is very like dreamy. It's illusions supposedly, right? But it sits in your 2nd house. So definitely affecting your resources, all right? So I see you definitely moving towards something new, all right? Something that you can do to communicate and something that's going to help you bring in your own finances. All right, let's see. So I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot deck to clarify the Journey card, which is number 2. I have the World card with number 29, which is giving me 11. 11 for me is in the Major Arcana, the Justice card, all right, which is ruled by the energy of Libra. All right, Libra for us sits in our 9th house. Okay, so that speaks of higher knowledge, foreign travel. It speaks about spirituality. You could have some sort of interest in psychology, philosophies, your belief systems, things like that. And then Angel of Balance is giving me definitely the energy of balancing out your emotions, which is the number 48 for that card, which is giving me 12, which is Pisces energy. You know, the 12th zodiac sign is Pisces. All right, so let's start off with the Journey card number 2. Solar plexus chakra. This chakra speaks about the life force energy around you, all right? Just basically the environment. You really being open to, you know, expressing yourself. One on the World card, and then I'll read these out for you guys. Yeah, fertility. So you're ending one cycle, and I see you ending it within the energy of success. Again, the World card is you embodying all of the elements, right? Earth, water, fire, air. And the Empress, she holds all of those aspects as the queen of all queens, right? She holds all of those. In the tarot deck, she holds, the elements of water, all right, which is the energy of cups. She holds the element of, your intuition, which is the energy of swords. Can be utilized as well as, the cups. She holds the embodiment of being very practical, and she has lots of passion as well. All right, so if you look at this card, the illumination of the green inside is her heart chakra. All right, so she's very loving, caring, and nurturing as well. And I feel that that's where she's ending this one cycle and starting a new with sitting over top of the World card there. All right, yeah. Three of Swords there. She could have experienced lots of heartbreak and loss. All right, this card specifically speaks of the energy of Saturn in Libra. All right, so Saturn is a planet of discipline, authority, structure, responsibility. It speaks of loss as well. All right. So being in the energy of Libra, this is definitely experiencing lots of those losses within the 7th house of relationships, partnerships, legal contracts, and things like that. All right, so I'm seeing at this time 333. All right, I wish I had my angel number card, but you guys can look that up. So the 3 on the solar plexus chakra, speaking of the life force energy, the number 3 with the Empress card, and the number 3 with Saturn and Libra, speaking of heartbreak and loss. Okay. So heartbreak and loss fell over top of the Angel of Balance card. All right, so I see there must have been lots of healing, all right, resting, recuperating, recovering that took some place there, all right, to overcome that heartbreak. All right, and this is because this is all new to you. This is part of a transformation. You may have felt, in the energy of comfort before, all right, which definitely caused that anxiety that came out on the bottom of the deck. And right under the anxiety card, here we have the Angel of Love. So not only do we have the Angel of Balance here, but we also have the Angel of Love that came out. Okay, so 2 very good cards that come out. Let's see. So down on the bottom of the deck, once I pulled the heartbreak and loss card, is the energy of moving on, right? This is the card of Mercury and Aquarius. So Mercury and Aquarius, all right, Mercury is a planet that rules both Gemini and Virgo. Gemini, again, is one that rules the 3rd house of communication. Virgo rules the 6th house of, hard work, health, and being of service to others, all right? So I see that you embodying this energy of being very nurturing and caring and loving, all right, moving into this new chapter and utilizing the energy of the life force that's around you, overcoming and healing through so much and being that angel of love, right? I see you being able to heal others, all right? I have my laptop here. I'm just gonna kind of look up, I think it just died. All right, but again, back to the moving on card. This is speaking of being able to transition, all right? Transition into a new you, all right? So this card specifically rules the 2nd decan of Aquarius season, which I believe is on the 19th through the 30th. So the 31st through, I believe, the 9th of February, right? So January 30th through the 9th of February. This card rules. So if your birthday falls in that place, I see you moving on to something new. Interesting. I'm an Aquarius. My birthday is on January 31st. Okay. Yeah, this foundation and achievement cards is going to be speaking of not only a completion, but it speaks of you achieving something, right? It is the energy of basically like marriage, commitment, right? You be really in tuned into the energy of love, all right, within yourself. So this card specifically is the energy of, I believe it's Venus and Aries, all right? And we just spoke about Aries and how it's in the North Node right now, right? So it's supposed to, North Node brings you towards your destiny, and your destiny is for you to become a part of some sort of community within yourself that helps you heal and bring you much happiness and joy, all right? And something that you feel as though is going to be able to express yourself clearly, all right? So that's what I'm getting from that. Okay. Let's see here if I can log in. I'm still going to read those cards out. Just give me a minute. I've been doing lots of healing, been staying in the energy of solitude. It's been helping me overall become a better person for myself, right? So that's what we do this for. Okay. Let's see here. So with the energy deck, I wanted to read the angel of, which one is this one? Balance. And that's number 48. And we were getting the energy of Pisces from that one with 4 and 8 being 12. All right, so this is talking about being centered and self-honoring in your choices. All right, so this loving presence holds a picture of liquid light in front of the pyramids, reminding you that a strong destiny relies on a solid foundation of personal balance and emotional equanimity. Although things may have been out of sync in the past, this card is telling you that a greater equilibrium is now coming to your life. And that's interesting because 333 is definitely giving me that energy. It's the equilibrium of your mind, your body, and your spirit, okay? Remain conscious about how you are balancing your goals and your physical and emotional energy as well. Whenever you feel yourself getting off center or losing focus, call upon this beautiful angel and bring her intention into your heart center. Your intuition will lead you in the right direction, and the angel will guide you to a peaceful and center approach. So speaking of intuition, I just said that, you know, the energy of Pisces, it's very dreamy, it's very intuitive, it's very fluid, right? So even you tuning into yourself and you tuning into the energy of your spiritual balance, right? You're able to heal yourself and overcome that sort of heartache and loss that you may have felt, you know, as you went through this transformation. All right, put that one back. And let's see what the tarot deck has here. I can read out the solar plexus chakra. That one really speaks to me, and I'll read out the Empress card as well, which is, it says fertility. This could be something new, you birthing something new, because Venus is ruler of both Taurus and Libra. It speaks of creativity, all right? So that's what you're starting this new chapter with it falling over the world card. You embody all the elements, you have everything, all the resources that you need in order to create something new, overcome, you know, that heartache and loss, and really utilize the energy of the life force around you. So let me go to the number 3 here with the solar plexus chakra. All right, so the key facts for this card says the color is yellow, all right? The sound is ram. All right, the element is fire, and the key word says I can, right? So you can create something new is kind of what I'm getting. The solar plexus chakra is located between the navel area, just below the rib cage. It represents power, vitality, willpower, self-esteem, and confidence. The energy center where your emotions and feelings are recorded. This chakra is associated with clairessence, your inner feeling, which is the major psychic receptive area. All right, so you could be tuning into your very intuitive abilities, your psychic abilities, things like that. It says to balance the chakra, you may want to try yoga, dance, movement, or breathe with color. In addition, be aware to people who drain your energy. Workshops and classes that focus on empowerment will help you open and harmonize this area, right? So even if I utilize the energy of tarot to really tune into my life force energy around me, all right? It just allows me to feel creative in a way where, you know, I'm able to feel that it's a workshop for me. It's kind of like me learning something new that's helping me heal, right? Through the changes that I've been through. All right, so fertility being the major arcana, number 3 for the Empress card. All right, it says fertility. Through this card, the manifestation of growth is on the horizon. You're the creator, and the seeds that have been planted in the past, whether they were happiness, comfort, abundance, prosperity, family, children, ideas, or even thoughts, are now ready to give birth into your world. Be patient as you watch your seeds take root and grow. Nurture them as you become strong and healthy. Open yourself to the life force of the universe. This card also represents femininity and Mother Earth, who is calling to you. The arms of her beauty are reaching out. She wants to embrace you on her seahorses, mountains, forests, and gardens. Go to her and meet her halfway. So I just said that she embodies all elements of, you know, what we have here on this earth, and that's definitely earth, water, fire, and air. Okay. Acknowledge that the same energy she makes up in the heavens, earth, plants, animals, mineral kingdom is also part of you. Start nurturing yourself and infuse your soul with love and compassion. Soon others will see and feel your devotion as you interact with others around you now, or even if you're in the midst of solving a problem, use gentle care and kindness as you handle such situations. This isn't a time for you to be inconsiderate, possessive, domineering, forceful, or pushy. Act from the loving space of your center. The benevolent energy that resides there will assist you in making sacrifices in order to care for and help others as well as yourself. All right, so I just said that, in order for you to heal, right, you have to heal yourself first and utilize that energy around you to be able to help heal others. I did definitely go through a stage in where I felt I had to be domineering, because a lot of people, I felt, this could have been my perception, but I felt a lot of people were just coming for me, right? But I had to find a way in order to balance that energy within myself. All right, so even through the energy of anxiety and stress and worry and not knowing where things are going on in the future, right? It's just kind of have faith, all right? Utilize your intuition, all right? Be discerning with the people that you have around you, all right? That pretty much bury your energy, all right? You want to utilize that energy for yourself. You want to utilize that energy to be in your highest good. All right, so I'm just going to put these cards back. I will pull a couple of oracles here. Let's see what I have. Uh-oh, wrong spot. That's fine. Okay. Clear this all up. And this one is a Zodiac Moon card. It kind of tops off all my readings. I love this deck. It speaks of the sun placements, the moon placements, and the eclipses that happen within the moon cycles, all right, in all 12 zodiac signs. So let's just see what comes out to end the reading. Again, right now the moon is in Leo, all right, tuning in with the 7th house energies of partnerships, relationships, legal contracts. All right, being that Leo technically rules the 5th house, this could be something creative that you're doing, something that brings you much joy and happiness in your life. All right, something that you see as a hobby. All right. Let's see. All right, so the moon in Pisces, it says follow your dreams of wonder with the number 24. All right. So it's mutable energy. It's asking you to be, flexible, adaptable to these energies here. All right, so tune into the energy of your dreams as well. All right. One more. Definitely we had Pisces energy come out heavy in the beginning of the spread with the astral alignment cards. Let's see what else comes out. The sun in Libra, it says enjoy life with music, love, and romance. All right, so the 7th house is very significant here with the energy of harmony. All right, and I just said this has to do with your relationships, your partnerships, all right, your business contracts, things like that. Okay, so the sun will be moving into Libra, I believe, on September 22nd or the 23rd. All right, the first decan of Libra season speaks of, in the tarot deck, is, I believe, the 2 of swords, which is the energy of the moon in Libra. All right, and I know that this deck has it. I'll look it up and show you exactly what that means. But when we move into Libra season, I feel that because Mars is in Libra right now, and Mars in Libra is in the energy of detriment, just be careful with your relationships at this time. But we do have some very auspicious transits that are going to be happening in there as well. All right, so there's definitely some past karmas that we're dealing with relationships with the South Node being there. But we have Pallas going into Libra. Pallas is the asteroid of knowledge and wisdom. All right, so again, Libra sits in our 9th house of higher knowledge. Okay, so it could be very auspicious with you possibly going back to school, things like that. Let's see what else is in Libra. So the sun will be in Libra, speaks of bringing harmony into relationships, right? But because Mars is in Libra, just be careful, all right, with those energies. me see what else for us Aquarians and the placements of where Libra energy is. All right, so we have Mars in Libra. Okay, so Sirius is in Libra too. That's interesting. Sirius is the the asteroid of parenting, nurturing, and agriculture. All right, so Sirius is the ruling asteroid of Taurus, which both Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus, but Venus is in Leo right now. It's going to be heading in its direct right now. It's in its like post shadow after it went retrograde. So it's kind of like us just, tuning back into the review of what we learned about our relationships and things like that. But because Mars is there, just again, be careful because Mars is detriment in its energy. All right. But again, I spoke about the South Node being in Libra. But this is all happening in the 9th house for us. Okay. So, I see you, if you're really tuned into spirituality with the energy of the moon in Pisces, this is like, pay attention to your dreams. All right. You could be getting some sort of like intuitive insights. You could be definitely tuning into your psychic abilities, things like that. All right. Let's see. Now with Sirius and Libra, just kind of nurture within yourself too, right? Again, it's Venus's energy. Venus speaks of not only just partnerships and relationships, it speaks of self-love too. All right, so just make sure you're showing yourself self-love. Interesting enough, I look at the bottom of the deck and it says the moon in Taurus. All right, so this speaks of personal growth and it speaks about you tuning into your self-esteem. All right, your self-value, again, 2nd house energy, which again, Pisces sits in our 2nd house, which is the house of Taurus. All right, so guys, I'm going to leave the reading there. Here I have the number 24, 7, and 14. All right, so 24 doesn't give me a major arcana, but if I put them both together, 2 and 4 gives me 6, which is the Lover's card, which is ruled by the energy of Gemini. I have the number 7 here, which is giving me the Chariot. It's Cancer's energy. Cancer is ruled by the energy of the moon, which is the feminine, divine feminine energy. All right. And the number 14 here is giving me the energy of the Temperance card, all right, in the major arcana, and that is Sagittarius's energy, which rules the 9th house. All right, so Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, which brings a lot of growth and expansion. It's like, the energy of good luck and fortune, and it shows the energy of like what else, prosperity, all right, and abundance and things like that. So it could be an auspicious time with us heading into Libra. Although Mars is there, Mars will be leaving Libra, let's see when. Mars is going to enter Scorpio on October 12th. So I'm getting the 2nd decan of Libra season, which is the 3 of Swords. Okay, it's going to be entering Scorpio. Mars is the ruling planet for Scorpio. All right, so this is going to be you really tuning into the energy of the 2nd decan of Libra season is representation of that energy I showed you guys earlier, which was I believe the 3 of Swords. And that's the one that speaks of heartache and loss. It's ruled by Saturn in Libra, all right? Saturn, again, is showing discipline, all right, towards the relationships that you're in right now, okay? Overcoming some sort of heartbreak, loss, worry, all right? Definitely focusing heavy on that self-esteem there, all right, as Scorpio is the opposing sign of Taurus, all right? What else do we have here? Mercury will be entering Libra as well on October 4th. All right, so the communication that's coming through in the 9th house is going to be very clear. It's kind of what I'm getting, as Libra is, the ruler of, not the ruler, but it sits in our 9th house. All right, and Mercury is, again, the planet of, it's kind of giving me the energy of communication coming through. All right, so if you are wanting to tune into spiritually, all right, if you are looking into some sort of foreign travel, doesn't necessarily have to be here in the physical world. It could be definitely pertaining to like astral, in the astral realms. All right, tuning biggest with your spirituality. That way, your spirit guides, all right, your ancestors, things like that. Okay. Very important, we do have a new moon solar eclipse happening in Libra as well. Let me kind of look that up and see. The eclipse in Libra and what that means. It's reevaluating relationships and justice and fair play. All right. So it says a turning point is being reached in a relationship. How does the relationship relate to your sense of fair play and your values? An agreement will benefit from careful thought and decisive action. A resolution may not come about peacefully or in a way you would prefer. A tumultuous time or an introspective phase will promote a fresh approach to the people you associate with. You may feel that the apple cart has been overturned as a result. Rest assured, a new order or structure will come out of this disorder. So that's interesting. I just said Saturn in Libra, all right, where Mars will be moving out of the energy of detriment in Libra and moving into Scorpio is kind of giving me, you know, that same energy. It's like that Saturn energy, the discipline, all right, the responsibilities within a relationship. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there, guys. Thanks for watching.